DJ, now we welcome in our number one right-handed arm in the class of 2024, Ryan Sloan, out of the state of Illinois. He's a Wake Forest recruit. Dominant performance at our All-American game, had a good summer last year, huge spring. You're just wiping out a bunch of poor Illinois guys with some wipeout sliders. Ryan, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Now, I do want to talk about the fact that your ascension into this top spot as a right-hander in the class, 6'4". What are you weighing in now, 225?
230.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Look at you getting that weight up. DJ, mass does equal gas. We've had a doctor, scientist in to tell us that that's a true fact. We've talked about this before, Ryan. Number one right-hander in the class. Presumptive first rounders is how we are forecasting it right now. Your summer season starts off last year in North Carolina. And DJ, we're at PDP, all the top players there. I'm sitting there with your future potential coach at Wake Forest, Bill Salento, and things are not going well for you. You're facing I think there are 9 lefties in the lineup. The slider is just backing up on you. It's your bread and butter. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting to the side, and this changeup comes out of nowhere. What was that like? And I know we've talked about it before, the development of that slider, because it was a necessity in that moment.
So I had to face the same team twice. It was that light blue team who was just stacked with switch hitters and lefties. And that high school season, I was this fastball slider guy only. That was, like you said, it's my bread and butter. So I faced them the first time, got hit around a little bit, ground balls are finding holes. I walked a kid, whatever, frustrated that I have to face all lefties. And I went around all that week trying to figure out how to throw this changeup because I was working on it. Like nothing really clicked to me, So go around, someone tells me a grip or a cue, is something. And I go and throw it against the same team. And Orlando swung through it a couple of times. So I'm like, okay, like if this guy's swinging through, like this guy's an absolute dude, like it must be a pretty good changeup if this guy's swinging through it. And then since then, it's just flourished. And now it's like throwing against righties. I can throw it, get it over if I'm behind in the count, So it's really been a good thing for me.
Now you say, shoot, this took 2 days in North Carolina by yourself, having somebody present that to you. The slider's always been innate. Where did that slider come from? Was that something you worked with your dad? Is that a pitching coach type of situation or something you just threw against the wall?
Yeah, the slider was kind of always like a natural pitch. Like, I've always kind of been like the 3/4, lower 3/4. Now I'm moved up a little bit, but it's always like I would always try to throw a curveball and it would just kind of come out as sliderish. So I was like, screw it, like I'm gonna just go with it, because it would get the job done, So I might as well. I just went with it.
And so you say you just went with it. Is that something? Did you have a pitching coach you were working with, or is that something on the mound where you're like, hey, this works better?
Yeah, I didn't really have a pitching coach up until this year, so that was kind of just me trying to figure things out. Whether it was looking on YouTube or something I saw on Instagram, it was always just something trying to figure out how I can make this work.